everybody, my name is Danny Reitzloff, also known as Moonhawk. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. It really means a lot to me. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. So today I wanted to take you on an adventure through story. I couldn't pick a better person to share story time with than you guys and one of my good buddies, so we'll get him on. Alvaro and baby Mosaic. Say hello.
Hi everybody.
One time I was hitchhiking in Humboldt County in California.
Okay.
And I was about 5 hours from San Francisco where I wanted to be. So I'm at this spot where the sign says where the sidewalk ends. And then I stop at that sign where the sidewalk ends and I throw my thumb up. And I'm watching people drive into town and out of town. I see this one truck. I lock eyes with this guy as I'm waiting for like another hour for a ride. He drives back and he pulls over. And I walk up to the car with my backpack and he looks at me and he's like, yeah, I'll give you a ride as long as you don't mind riding with a dead body.
Dead body.
Seriously, that's what he said.
Whoa.
And I looked at him and he had 2 dogs with him. And I saw the dogs and I pet the dogs and I just laughed and I was like, oh, cool. And I hop in and I close the door and it's really cold. I look back at the dogs and then there's a coffin in the back of his truck. So he wasn't kidding. He wasn't kidding at all. He was like, yeah, the air conditioning's on and there's dry ice between his legs. So if you're too cold, I can like turn the air conditioning off. And he was like, yeah, it's my mother's father. And I'm transporting him to the cemetery on my own because it costs a lot of money and I just doing it out of respect. He was like a retired truck driver. And he used to drive through the redwoods in big semi-trucks when the roads were just 2-way roads. So he told me all these historical things as we were driving, and then eventually he was like, oh, your sign said SF or bust. Where exactly are you going? And I was like, oh, I'm going to this little town called Sassoon. And he was like, what? Because he was going to the exact same town, to a cemetery in that town. So he picked me up like 5.5 hours from where I wanted to be, and then halfway through the ride, we both realized that we were going to the exact same place. So he like drove me to my house.
Boom.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Never kept in touch, but I'll never forget that story.
As long as you don't mind traveling with a dead body.
What would you do? Would you react like I did and just hop in, or would you be like, I gotta go?
I'll be like, let me see it. Show me first.
Put into consideration that I was waiting for a long time.
Right.
Like hours.
Okay.
So I was just like, dead body, what?
There's a vibe.
There's a vibe.
There's a vibe. You know what the vibe is. If the vibe is good.
Even if they say there's a dead body.
Yeah, just trust the vibe. If the vibe is good, it's all good.
We're not suggesting that if somebody says if they have a dead body in their car, that you should get in the car. You might not want to do that.
No. Also, what Emily likes to say, and these are for women out there, if you are hitchhiking and you're a woman and you really need to get a ride and you see somebody pick you up, you could just say, I only feel comfortable getting a ride from other women. So that's very, you know, I've heard her say that in this conversation about like hitchhiking, because it's very common on Maui, and you know, that's something you can say.
So the crazy thing is that I have so many stories. I'm gonna probably do these more often. So if you enjoyed this storytime video, please feel free to like or comment the video. Input is greatly appreciated. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, and all of the links to my other social media platforms will be in the description below. Until next time.